Well, we have already seen how to create, configure, and test, in this case, an ELB. Now, I want you to see briefly how condition-based routing works, which we talked about in a previous class. So, here we have the ELB used in previous classes. If I go to Resource Map, we see that there's a target group with 3 EC2 instances serving my WordPress website. If I go to my other browser tab, we see said website. Now, what if I want this website to be accessed by people all over the world except those in the United States? We can create a routing condition based on the source IP in our ELB listening agent to make that happen. So, if I go back to my AWS console, I go to Listeners in Rules tab, select this default, Manage Rules, add a rule. From here is where we can start with the configuration. I can give this a name like Source IP. And next, add condition, and in this list, we see all those conditions that I already mentioned earlier. I'm going to choose Source IP, and here, I need to put the source IP address in CIDR format. Now, for the purposes of this demonstration, here, I have 2 different browser windows. If you look at the URL, it's the URL of the ELB that we set up earlier. What I'm going to do is, in the right window, activate the integrated VPN to give me a US IP. Once it's done, if I go to this page to verify the location, it is indeed in the United States. So, I'm going to copy this IP. I go back to AWS. Paste it here with /24. Confirm. Next, and here we have what I explained on a slide. We have to forward it to a target group to be served by web servers that contains a different application or website. We can redirect it to a particular URL or return a response based on that incoming request. For example, I can choose in content type, text HTML, and paste here below this code in particular. This code is a simple HTML web page that informs those users coming from the United States that the system is not yet available for that region. Let's continue with the configuration, and we will see in a moment. Here, under Priority, we can control the order in which the rules are evaluated within the listener agent rule set. So, I can set it to 10. Here below, we see the rule we are about to configure. Press Next and Create. Already with this, if I minimize this and refresh the browser on the right, notice that automatically the ELB is redirecting the request to the newly configured page, and if I constantly refresh the window on the left, notice that I'm still getting the WordPress website. This means that the source IP condition is working correctly. All users can see your website, but those from the US still do not have access to your website.